Hello, my friends. How are you doing today? First, I want to say, I always forget to do this, but if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Remember, I have a Patreon channel. I have a YouTube member, but I'm fading my YouTube membership out and I'm heading over to Patreon. If you are not a Patreon member, you want to head over there because this, my friends, is where I just put out the things that I don't put out here. And there's a little bit more access to me in my private doings, and some things that I'm doing in the future are coming. So please head over to my Patreon. A lot of fun. Greatness, greatness, greatness. Okay, so what are we talking about today? She doesn't like the Netflix series that she shot. Why? Why? Why you don't like it? You shot it. You were the producer. You hired the director. You had full control. Why don't you like it? Let's talk about it. Okay, well, there's some interesting things that I think give us some good insight. And this is what we're going to talk about because the insight is just marvelous, marvelous. So Meghan Markle, she is not thrilled with the final edit of Netflix documentary as, you know, the couple, she says, lacks substance. Oh, it lacks substance. Well, you were in it. Perhaps maybe you lack substance. Perhaps you're the problem. Yeah. Did you ever think about that? This is the problem that she will always have. Always, with anything. With the royals, with her family, with her Netflix deal. Is she does not have introspection on who she is. She can't sit back and look at how she could be the problem. It's always, oh, the Netflix documentary, it lacks substance. She's always looking outwardly. She doesn't know how to look inwardly. And until she knows how to maybe lower that ego of hers, she will always find fault in other things because her ego does not allow her to see herself and her faults. That is a problem. You know, I can honestly say that it wasn't until I got older that I started to have introspection. I started to see from all the no's and all the things that went wrong in my life and the rejection that I got, you know, especially as an actor, you know, you start to get humble because you think, oh, I'm going to rule the world. Let's go. I'm 19. I'm moving to LA. I'm going to rule the world. I'm going to go out and I'm going to be all these great things. But then you get there, you start doing it, and every time you like your ego gets like chipped away a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. Then you try harder. You're like, oh, I'm sure, okay. They said no, okay. Let me just try harder. I didn't try hard enough, okay. And then you start doing it, and then you still getting a little bit. You have some success. Okay, good. I'm bad. And then you get more rejection. And at some point, as you get older, you start to say, hold up, wait a minute, stop the horses. Let's just take a look. Perhaps I'm the problem. Yes, you start to think introspection and you start to see things differently. And then I thought, well, shoot, I don't want to do this. That's what really became the eye-opening moment for me because I know what it takes to have success. And I just did not want to do those things. I just did not have it in me to do those things. Now, I must say, on a smaller scale, living where I live now and doing things a little bit more simply, just coming and going, I'm happy with it being just the simple way of life because I've got way much more important things going on that I can do it in a way that is fulfilling for me. But the way that a lot of people want to do things, the way Meghan is doing them, she's accomplished a lot on the scale of an actor. But will she really ever accomplish all the things that she wants, the way she wants, without having introspection, without looking at herself, without looking inside herself and looking outwardly at herself? No, because she thinks she can never do any wrong. She thinks it's always other people's problems. And this is where she'll go wrong continually. And we get to sit and watch in real time how this woman is just making bad choices. This is why, a lot of the things I speak about on my channel are about what she does. It's because there is so much to learn from her stupid choices. It's just like, look at you. Look. It's like, I can't even imagine that this person really exists. You mean to tell me you have accomplished all these things, but you still on the world stage making these stupid choices? You still acting like a crazy person that ain't got no brains? How did you even accomplish the little things that you did accomplish? But now you've got the world at your feet and you are still acting like this? It's mind-blowing to me. That's why I just love talking about it. It's just like, for real. All right, so look, what are we talking about? Okay, because when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, we got to talk about this. We have got to talk about this. Okay, so Meghan, she's not left thrilled with the six-part Netflix docu-series about her and Harry. According to royal expert Kinsey Schofield, the Duke and the Duchess of Sussex, they starred in the show. This show with Liz, that was directed by filmmaker Liz Garbus, who Meghan described as a seasoned director whose work she's always long admired. But the royal said in a previous interview that the story is different. It's from a different lens. So she already gave us some insight that she wasn't going to like it before it even came out. She talked about how, well, this may not be the way I would have done it, because she knew after she saw it, she was like, So we knew she was going to come out complaining about this docuseries. She gave us the hint. So Kinsey goes on to say, while I agree that they feel like telling their side of the story was important, I have heard that Meghan was not thrilled with the final edit. Expect Spare, like the reality show, to lack detail, full of filler, a la the bit about Harry losing his virginity to a beautiful older woman. Okay, do we really need to know, Harry? Do you really got to go there? Okay, you just want to give us all the details. Although you talk about one of your privacy, you still giving us all way too much details. Who was it? Most people are noticing that while Harry and Meghan talk, the two seem to lack substance and detail. She added all these media ventures, the book, the podcast, the reality show, are a way for Harry and Meghan to try to control the narrative. And this is the thing. You're trying to control a narrative that has already been written for you. You're trying to control something that the narrative is already out there. You've already done the things that we've seen that have told us about your character, but you're trying to go and rewind and say, okay, well, no, it wasn't like what you saw. It's the way we did things and how we said things in our Netflix documentary, which I kind of like. Not really, but I kind of like, because that's what we said. No, it's like your narrative is your narrative in your just being. And if you can't just be a good person and you can't just make good choices, you're telling us your narrative in your little mundane life anyway. So no matter what kind of fluff you want to put out there and expose, you're not going to change the narrative that you have already written. It's simple really as that. Just like you even picking up that award at the Robert F. Kennedy Foundation, like you just went and picked up an award for calling your family a racist. You told us your narrative. You told us that you lack loyalty. You told us that you lack the life that gave you your popularity. You lack importance of family. You lack the importance of loyalty. That's your narrative. But you think going up there on the stage, accepting this award, is you telling your narrative. Yeah, it's telling us your narrative in a way that exposes your true reality, your true self. It surprises me that people that have access to so much lack the simplicity of life choices. Once again, my charity, what I do, life choices. Kids need to know how social skills, important things that you're not taught in school. How can you have so much access and lack basic choices? Okay, my light is getting a little dim. Let me brighten it. Sorry. So going on, don't buy this book because you think it will help you get the bottom of some mystery, because this book is a branding tool for a royal reject. There are going to be lots of negative stuff. Yes, because the only way you can really have a brand is to speak negatively about your family. We know, we get the drill. You're trying to have substance, and your substance only comes from other people. You telling on other people. Your substance doesn't come from you showing humility and being silly and goofy and showing us just your life. You can't have substance in your I love you, or, we in love, you were late on our first date. Like, you're not getting substance from all that stupid stuff. Give some substance about what you don't like about your husband. Give some substance about the poor choices you've made, about why you treat your family the way you do. Like, I think she would get a lot of substance if she would just talk about, well, why did she didn't invite her family to the wedding? Give us some real substance about the things people really want to know. Why you disown your black family? Why can't you even acknowledge your distant black relatives? That would be some good substance, but you don't want to go there because your ego is so big that you feel like you can only associate with the big people, the big echelons of society. You can't associate yourself even with your father anymore. You can't even keep it real with your own dad anymore because he's too beneath you. We see your narrative, right? We see how you treat the little people in life. Unless they are a part of some underserved community within a charity, you're never going to keep it real with people in your life that you consider beneath you. Because she could bring a lot of substance with her own family. Hey, the Kardashians do it all the time, every day. But you don't want to be like a Kardashian. But that's where you're heading. That's where you're heading. You're heading into reality television, but you want to head into reality television only with the big people, the big echelons of society, like the royals, because they're big and famous. So you want to create reality with the royal family, but you don't seem to want to create reality with the people, the lower echelons within your life. You know why? There's a big reason why. The reason why is because the narrative about who she really is will come from the people that knew her when. So she can't keep it real with the people at the smaller, like down here part of her life, the people that are not real big and famous. She can't keep it real, that kind of substance, because, they will keep it real about who she really is as a person. Remember the letter Thomas Jr. wrote? Everything he said in that letter, pre us really knowing Meghan Markle, came true. And people were dissing and dogging out Thomas Jr. for writing that letter, but he was right all along. And she doesn't want she doesn't want her flaws to be more revealed by the people that really know her. And the people that are her distant relatives, because they're peons. They're peons. I don't want to dissociate with my distant black relatives. She's trying to control something that is not controllable. It's just not, with all the social media, with all the people that have access to information. Like, who you are is who you are. Just be. Try to get your substance that way. But, she can't do it. Now Harry can't do it. They have lost their way. They are truly the biggest train wreck, biggest car wreck of all time, happening in real life every day. Everything they do, it's like, what now? What you gonna do now? Let me get the popcorn now and check it out. And just eat my popcorn and just watch you make a fool of yourself, because that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We are watching this couple in real time, with every choice they make poor choices. Because the narrative has already been set. We have already seen what they are about. But it's fun watching them try to control and mold the narrative. It's deep. It's deep. I love it. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to talk about it, because you just making poor choices. Something's wrong with you. And you entertaining a lot of us. We're out here just watching you and just like, look at that. Look at those wackadoos. Poor choice. Oh, they doing a docu-series now? Oh, okay. Wait to watch this. What they going to do now? Oh, Harry coming out with a book. Oh my goodness. He going to talk about how he lost his virginity. Oh my goodness. Get the popcorn. We're watching you. We are watching you make a fool every day of yourselves. Poor choice after poor choice. It's very alarming. Meghan told Variety magazine, it's nice to be able to trust someone with our story, even if it means it may not be the way we would have told it. Well, I guess you're just going to have to be happy with the way she told it because you hired her. You don't have the substance, apparently, because you're the star of the show. So you come out and even say this is a slap in the director's face, as far as I'm concerned. Because you are the one that she was telling your story. And if you say there's no substance, excuse me, you just don't have no substance, baby girl. Deal with it. So in the interview, the Duchess was also described the mourning period of the Queen's death as a complicated time, adding that she felt a deep gratitude to have been given the chance to know her. And you know what? That's a good thing to say, but why didn't you embrace the moment rather than talking so negatively about the Queen's legacy and her family? If I had the opportunity to sit and be with the Queen of England, I'd be asking her all kind of questions about history and what she thought about certain leaders and just really taking in the knowledge. But do you think she really would use that as an opportunity to just learn and to be grateful for? No. What did she want to do? She had the opportunity to meet with the Queen, to hang out with the Queen on that train, remember? But yet you act like a fool in front of the world about your relationship with the Queen. It is appalling that this woman has been given an opportunity and that she is acting this way. I can't believe it. Meghan, she opened up about how she and the Duke of Sussex felt about the Queen, how, when she died last month, and outlined how they processed her death as a family. Describing what the time had been like for them, she said, there's been a lot of outpouring of love and support. I'm very grateful that I was able to be with my husband to support him, especially during that time. What's so beautiful is to look at the legacy that his grandmother was able to leave on so many fronts. Certainly in terms of female leadership, she is the most shining example of what it looks like. I feel deep gratitude to have been able to spend time with her and to get to know her. It's been complicated time, but my husband, ever the optimist, said now she's reunited with her husband. And this is what I have to say to all your nonsense about your kind words to the Queen and about the Queen. It's a little too late. You already showed your butt in front of the world about your thoughts and how you look at the Queen by your actions. And actions speak louder than your words. Your words are hollow. They mean absolutely nothing that you say it now. And that Harry talks about how his grandpapa was, he went at a time, he was happy, he was very proud of him. He went on to insinuate things like, had a great life and, he was proud of you. You know what, Harry? You too, your words are hollow. You too lack so much substance about what is important in life that it's really sad and it's shameful that you have the platform that you have to be able to air your dirty draws, your dirty panties in front of the whole world. It's shameful. Like, that's how bad it is. And no matter what you say now, moving forward to try to cover up your nonsense, it is forever out there for the whole world to see that at the end of the day, what you have put in this docu-series is a time capsule of your stupidity, of your stupidness, that you have been able to treat your families the way you have, and you have displayed it before the whole world in a docu-series that you produced, that you were the star of, and now you try to make us feel like it lacks substance. No, it's your story. Own it, deal with it, you told it. And no matter amount of trying to backpedal what you said, what you did in this docu-series is going to change that. Welcome to your new reality. We're waiting for the next one. Oh, it's the book Spare? Okay, we'll see that next. Spare.